Hello, welcome in to Squad Ops One Life events. Tonight we've got Operation Taco Truck. Should be good. No, I mean, of course it's going to be good. It's a One Life event. Come on, guys. I'm Bcarr. Shattered Ritual is producing the stream, and looking forward to this oldie but a goodie. We'll call it that. We'll call it a Squad Ops classic. Taco Truck. Before we talk about the operation and get a little reset on what it is, we're going to go over teams real quick.
Pretty much what you got right now is what you got. We still got 2 or 3 people joining in.
For US round one, in the blue, we'll have Expert in command with Revy, Top Bun, Jive, and Bump.
Okay.
And in the red, we'll have INS. INS will be red. Rose Dragon is in command with Dorf, Fun Guy, Sugar, and Mr. Husey. Now, this is a US versus INS on US versus INS operation, rather on Samari. Double checking my time here. And let's go over what this operation's all about. As you could guess from the name, something to do with some trucks. From the US base, the US start in the southwest portion of the map, there's a training camp that the US are trying to establish here in the valley. And the INS forces in the area are organized and are trying to create a defense against that. They have limited resources, so they won't be able to go further than the Bravo Charlie line.
All right, let's form up with your platoon. We got 4 minutes.
So they'll be concentrating their resources east of the Bravo Charlie line, closer to the training camp. The goal for US is to get there. And once they get there, they get a few different options. They actually get 2 different options as far as how they can get their forces there. INS has more options with how to deal with it. So we're going to go over the kits really quickly. Typically, I mean, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, and I don't go into all the detail, but for this instance, we're going to need to, because there's a lot of instances, there's a lot of specific details that can be gone through here. So there's 3 options for INS's Ooh, we got a brief here, actually. Let's listen to this.
Squads 3 and 4 are going to be security for the convoy. They're going to be bounding forward as the convoy moves past compounds, and Squad 1 is going to be running the Vic. The idea is that we're not going to do any compound clearing. We're just going to keep moving. Once we hit contact, everybody's going to hold. We're going to hold security, and we're going to let the INS come to us. We're not going to go chase them inside buildings and do that. If you feel the need that you have to go get that guy on the other side of the wall, use your things like breachers, grenades, smokes, GLs through the door. Use those things to your advantage. Don't just go in there with your rifle thinking that you're going to be able to one-shot some guy sitting on the other side, because more likely there's going to be 2 or 3 dudes, bad guys in there, and they're going to destroy you.
Just wanted to make sure you're aware that you only have 1 MG right now.
So that's the idea. We're going to go down the middle. The convoy's going to leave south. We're going to turn north at the location here in Bravo 3, and then we'll turn here. And then we'll stop around police station. If we haven't taken contact by then the INS is sleeping, or they're planning some disastrous demise for us on the other side of the river. We'll then cross the river to the east. And then once we hit there, we'll decide to turn left or right, depending on where the most force and the contact's coming from. The idea is for us to reach training camp, with or without the taco truck. So if the taco truck's destroyed, your mission is to get to training camp and hold out without the tacos. Any questions?
Do we take the first specialty or the second specialty?
We're taking special one because it's got the most tools, and I have a feeling that our vehicles are going to get destroyed. So I'm going to give you guys the best advantage, which is to get to training camp to hold out.
Cool, I agree with that.
Okay. I'm gonna let your squad at least break it out. We're gonna go live in like freaking 2 minutes. So let's get the vehicles lined up and it's squad sorted out. Good luck.
Yeah, there is no logic. Hold on.
With the X5 Polish stamp of approval, Xbit's plan is to be very, very careful as someone talks to me in the game. Dude, I'm streaming right now. Bump is insane. As I was saying, they're going to take a pretty straightforward route. And the route they're going to take is going to go straight into INS. The INS setup here. Now, there are 3 options I was talking about before we had the brief there. There's 3 options for INS. Option 1 is called Takeout, which instead of, or they get an additional hat or a heavy anti-tank roll, heavy anti-tank kit, or they get an MG or an MMG. Option 2 is called Drive-Through, where they get 2 times any technical they want. However, INS has taken option 3, which is Dine In. And Dine In has a few different perks. They get 2 scouts. They get a Logi, and they get a mortar. Along with the mortar, they get various defensive structures.
I'm not feeling rushed here, guys. So.
It's a very if they can get the INS to, if they get US to stop the convoy, they'll have a hard time trying to fight through mortar fire and potentially mines. Of course, the other thing you got to worry about is mines. 2 scouts, 2 mines. We got a live time of 7:32, so we got about just over a minute to go. US also gets a choice too. They get 2 specials. Special number 1 is the selection that US have taken instead of just getting, you know, special number 1, right? They have the Logi truck, which is this truck they're symbolically going to carry into the training area. They also get 1 MRAP, open top. And in addition to that, they get some additional options for their platoon. 2 MMGs, 2 breachers, and 2 medics. 2 additional medics. Plenty of extra healing power. Plenty of extra bandages to go around. And on top of that, breachers, the time charges, so that'll be great for attacking the compounds that INS are inevitably going to put themselves in. And MGs, for once they get to the training camp, they'll be able to defend it rather well. We're going to go live here in about 10 seconds. And we're going to see how fast US wants to roll, because US gets to dictate the engagement here. Because obviously they have to get from point A to point B. It's all about how fast, where they go. So far, we're rolling at running pace, or jogging pace, rather. And the MRAP is leading the convoy. The Logi will be behind, and they're going to have 1 squad push ahead.
Okay.
1 squad takes lead while the others perform security. Commanding INS, that's going to be Rose Dragon.
No. Yeah, door. Oh, go ahead and push.
And commanding US, we have Xbit.
Okay. You want me to push the police station?
Yeah.
Hit 1. Okay. Full squad or
INS in red, US in blue.
Pushing the fire station or police station.
1 is my med bag.
So jump across the river right now, and we're gonna swing west.
With meds on him.
Alright, where's our medic?
INS are going to push out here.
North across the river, then west.
As a matter of fact, 2 squads have gone across the Bravo Charlie line, and they have, I think, one squad's going to, Dorf squad's going to police station, which is a pretty central, compound, and that the convoy is going to go right by it. So expect to see mortars go from 0 to awesome real fast. They've also mined, looks like a bridge, maybe an IED up north near Ancient. And an additional mine on the road. So the mines aren't going to be placed in the convoy's route per the original U.S. plan. So that'll be disappointing. No exploding mines as of right now. No exploding vehicles as of right now by mines. Oh, and an INS guy is sitting right in the road.
Yeah. Bring up everyone.
Cardboard, come here, let me heal you.
And the mortars.
Friendly mortars.
Where are you, man?
We have a lot of
We need you.
Looks like they're shooting up the main road. I wonder if mortar. What is the MRAP shooting at? MRAP shooting at nothing. Brilliant. Here comes mortars. The MRAP is shooting.
They're smoking us. They're smoking us. No, they're walking their mortars in so they can nail us.
Okay. The second round of mortars look like it almost hit their own people. Yeah, because U.S. doesn't have mortars. They don't have mortars until they get to the training camp, and that's only if their logistics truck survives.
Yeah, Squad 2, go ahead and probe that.
More mortars are coming out for INS by INS. Mortars would have been excellent about 20 seconds ago. It would have taken out the Logi at the intersection. Not anymore, though. U.S. have moved on. Oh, the INS are mortaring or smoke mortaring something. Now they only get one tube. That mortar guy is working overtime, switching back and forth so fast between targets. Really weird. Like, I would have anticipated they would have spent some more ammunition on US's position, but I suppose they want US to commit to a place where they know they can hit. But even then, why smoke so far back? I wonder if they're just trying to anticipate U.S. movement, because they think they might have thought they were going to go down that road, so that's why they've pushed the mortars forward. And now they're just overshooting their target by a good 100 meters. INS won't be able to resupply their FOB, so they're wasting mortars. Although they are going back and forth, they're using, because of the way that the ammo works in the game, they're using their actual mortar rounds. They're using the mortar rounds, and then they switch ammo types on it to the smoke. And you can use 3 smoke rounds, 3 HE rounds. This INS guy actually has one tap man, is on top of the hill, but I don't think anyone on US really sees them. Gooby probably had. Oh, and as I say that, Terrapin dude lights them up. So INS definitely ready for the convoy to just roll through, and they've got great positions right now. Oh, there's a squad flanking north. There's a squad behind him.
Alright, understood.
US are being completely
so they're
surrounded.
coming
Look at
along that whole
this.
ridge line.
2 squads. 1 squad in the south, way on down in the south. They've gone past raisin dryers, and squad 2 has now gone flanked all the way around to the north. They're going to hit them from the west, and this is confusing. This has got to be confusing for US right now. There's still a pretty good spread of INS defenders east. And so far, US are going to continue to stick to the plan. INS is getting real close though, and I see a lat guy with them too. All they got to do is just hit the logi, and
Plus I'm down 1.
the chances of US surviving at the end of the round go down drastically.
Alright, then go ahead and just set up there and hold.
I'm the building watching.
Fight them off.
What?
2 will have to try to come you.
I'll come back. No, you have to move. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I can barely. Alright, copy that too. Why don't you go ahead and probe that?
Get off here, Luke. You're right in my way, dude.
I'm getting off this idea.
So now we're just waiting.
Judging by the
INS
situation,
getting
I'm
really
vague.
close
They
now.
charge northeast, southeast, just fucking camp.
Lawn Dart's here. I think he's a fire team lead, or I'm not sure what he's got. But he's got a lat unit with him, Game Master Me. And an entire fire team is actually going down the road. Lat unit leading the way. Or it's not really the road. There's a sort of back alleyway here. And they're getting really close here. They're definitely within 20 meters. More mortars coming in. Smoke.
Yep, see that was Victor.
INS. Look at this. Lex Ryan. Everyone in the window can see him. Shifty. Panic firing. Hits the lat unit. Top Gun finally gets the lat guy.
I'm hit. Medic.
Grenade gets thrown outside.
We gotta get out.
Oh no! He threw it at the window! He threw it at the window post and it bounced back inside. Top Bun's dead. Top Bun, the squad leader for US, is dead. And it looks like he's promoted Duke. Grenade comes up and over. Doesn't look like anyone's there. Ooh. And INS now closing the net. Down here in the south, a more organized push. An entire squad is getting ready to push into a compound here. Now, the U.S. forces down here are taking a really defensive position. They're looking at all the entrance ways. They're not looking through murder holes though.
Have the MRAP
INS gone past. Are they not going to use this compound? Sergeant JC holds fire. Oh, one gets in.
Hey, close up.
Ooh. Jive starts shooting. Sergeant JC wounds another one. That guy might bleed out for sure. He got hit a couple times. Grenades. This is pandemonium. All this action going on right now. The INS west approach is still exists, but it's very weak now. And it's all about the south and the east approaches right now. Lots of grenades, many INS dead. Plenty of U.S. presence here. There's a strong push to the rear of the column, following the road that they took in. Tortilla is going to try to, I think he might try to peek this. 15 kills for US right now, only 7 for INS. There's still some Latin units. Oh, he throws a grenade in. I wonder if they actually got in the door. It didn't. But Clay J definitely heard the fuse go off in that grenade. You gotta imagine he's repositioning. And Xbit's right here too. Xbit's actually found himself in a little building here.
Copy. Wait, hold on.
Okay, I just took one out on the west side. It was a squad leader.
He's
on
trying to.
Copy.
Just everybody stay calm.
He's
just
trying to
hold.
keep his guys under
Feel us
control
out.
here.
Alright, we definitely know
Straight
there's
south
guys
of the
to our
compound
northwest
you're
and
in,
northeast. I think we're just getting clustered.
One round in the air.
Wow. Xbit is literally everything
Why don't you
is
come over here?
fine
Why don't you
right
come over here?
now.
Just let me know if
Come
it's
here.
between you and 3. Don't need the
Zaki, watch this door. There's an entrance right here.
This entrance?
Yeah, watch that entrance, please.
Mortar.
Copy, copy.
What? Why? The mortar is at least 200 meters off. Like, this map isn't that huge compared to other ones in this game. You gotta...
Oh, frag grenade.
There we go. Mortar goes off right in front of the MRAP. And you gotta expect more mortars to be coming in right now. And the Logi truck is gonna back up too. There's an INS squad back here. They're gonna set up perfectly, and there's gonna be enough distance here. A lat guy. If these guys set up properly here, they'll have a nice long shot. It'll be about an 80-meter shot at this range. But let's see if they're smart enough. Dashby is in control here. He's got a PPSH, but he's leading the formation. If he calls for a rocket right now, they can pretty much turn the tide. And here comes the rocket guy. He's got AT loaded. Yep, and he's waiting for it. He's waiting for the perfect time to take the shot, and I guarantee you... Wait, he's not taking the shot. Oh, the MRAP is coming into view! I think the MRAP is now looking in their direction. It is! The MRAP is hit! The MRAP is hit, but it's not an instant kill, but it hits the front left tire, and it causes it to go up. So the MRAP is going to be exploding here any second now. What a shot. It looked like the MRAP ramped up to really move out of the way at the last second, but it wasn't quick enough as the MRAP pops. Now, if I were that lat guy, I would pull a frag rocket out and shoot the and just shoot that direction. Matter of fact, that's not what's happening. But INS are starting to go through the compounds. They want to get closer to where the Logi truck is. They know where the Logi truck is. There's actually some more contact up here in the north. INS are pushing building to building. Miyamoto's caught out behind enemy lines. And I don't even know what he's looking at, but INS are starting to push closer.
Okay.
We got Dorf here. He's looking towards Revy's squad. Frag goes out, but nothing there. I think one guy actually has a bandage from that. I believe that was Snafu took out that INS guy running around near Revy. Dorf is still looking in this direction. He's actually got another squad lead right here. This is Sugart. Sugart and Revy are sort of... Well, they were looking at each other for a second, and then Sugart shot him. Revy's dead. Another SL down. An update on kills: 19 kills for US, 12 kills for INS. INS coming back in it. Sugar dies. He gets shot by Seabass. And it's right by Dorf. Dorf, I'm pretty sure he hit Seabass right there. And Miyamoto comes back around.
There they go.
I'm gonna die.
Miyamoto comes back around, takes a few shots at Dorf. Dorf has to bandage. Miyamoto comes back around the corner, and I think he's going to try to jump the wall here. Get back in. He wants to hold his little corner. That's weird. Dorf bandaged up. Seabass also still living.
Okay, Zach.
Seabass and Snafu are sort of reorganizing. More INS are moving towards their position.
In these buildings. In these buildings.
Oh, and friendly support.
I just ran across that street.
Evan SMA gets across. Valkyrie's right behind him.
Fire from the south. I don't know.
But now they're covering the road, and Seabass is also looking through the hole. Evan catches up with Dorf and gets ended by Snafu. Dorf is all alone. He's looking at the only thing. Snafu comes around the corner. He thinks about pushing the fence. Dorf ends Snafu. Seabass is still stuck here behind this behind the door here in this little small hut. He doesn't really have much visibility towards Dorf's position. And now everyone's sort of taking a breather there. INS, more INS deaths, but INS are continuing to give US a headache here. US on 23 kills now. Getting close to the end game here. There's still a squad size element behind US.
Anybody able to get contact with
And they're throwing smokes. They want to conceal. I think they want to move a little bit north here. They want to cross this street in peace. But you can be sure that there's definitely multiple rifles pointed down this road. Expit actually gets out of the way. He wants to fall back a little bit. Expit looking to get on down the road here. I don't think he wants to be bogged down here more than he absolutely has to.
Squad 3 has audible on possible contact to our close north.
I think Expit was shooting there.
Squad 3 contact between 2 and 3.
Expit was shooting at. Oh, he throws a grenade, and if it goes through the door, yes. Wow, that was perfect. Another Latin unit down. So I'm pretty sure we're almost out. I'm pretty sure we're out of Latin units. There's one left over here on the backside of the push, but he's CQBing up with the grunts here.
So we gotta follow one.
Yeah. Contacts on Seabass.
And the US units are moving out. Just missed them. But CNC keeping rear guard. Dorf is still up here doing some work. And he's got another guy to help him. They take down Miyamoto. This is Valkyrie. Valkyrie catches up with Dorf. And 2 or 3 more US dead. As INS try to move further north to try to regroup and consolidate here.
They've tried fragging me.
And US grenades are being thrown here into the courtyard, but this half wall is saving them. Valkyrie has to bandage. And the rear force is still holed up here beside the dead MRAP. There's a buddy team further down the road, but they don't seem to be in contact just yet. They're running away. Dorf goes down. And, Valkyrie takes some shots of vindication. And Seabass gonna peek him. As a GL. And, forgot the arming distance or missed. One of the two. Seabass sprays as the medic crosses the field here, or crosses the alleyway here. Is a snowman. INS or US not pushing ahead further than I thought they would. INS are really down to the end of it here.
Start walking the
US need
trolleys.
to continue pushing to the objective. And it looks like some of them are starting to move out, and we're probably seeing some squad orders going on here that I can't hear. But
Seabass, all you guys
you
disengage outside,
better
just
be
pull back.
sure
We need to
that
go.
they're telling people to get out of here.
CNC, hurry up. Let's go.
Oop, Clay
Possible
J
enemy
posts.
contact on police station.
Oh,
All right, we'll put fire on.
wow,
FFC
that
heads.
was some timing.
Copy.
US pushing forward. They're going
Whoever's,
all the way up
marking
to
and,
police station
map,
now.
please stop.
And another,
Command.
and some more INS dead.
There's a contact up here.
Shots at INS here. There's a buddy team behind US still. TYTY and Dashby. The Logi is now moved up to the main road. I think TYTY gets hit. A frag comes out. I think Bartok goes down. That's a breacher kid dead. Kahuna has to bandage. That grenade went off right beside him. Lancer goes down. Dashby gets a kill. Gooby goes down. TYTY and Dashby doing work back here. Let's take a look here. The one guy up north is actually falling back. So these are the last two INS behind. Let's see if I can see if any SLs are alive. Chameleon's still up. Sugar's dead. That whole squad is dead. Silent is around somewhere, but Afro Gundam as an FTL is still up. And Dashby is still up, but he's not an FTL. It's the Raider kit. He might be an FTL. He might be serving as an FTL though, although he doesn't have the.
Road, though. Tell the Logi I'm not checking road.
Actually, he's not serving as an FTL according to the map.
Clear in front of the Logi. We gotta confront this attack.
The U.S. convoy is moving along here. The Logi has crossed the bridge. Like I said earlier, no mines here because they mined the other bridges. Obviously, INS don't know which bridge the U.S. are going to take.
Watch for mines.
Bump telling his folks to watch for mines.
Is there usually sandbag at mosque? We got sandbags outside of mosque.
Let's take a look and see how many INS are alive still. Two of them are still back behind.
Yeah, copy that. We're taking a right turn.
There's two of them that have fallen all the way back to
I'm on you.
the training
right
camp.
turn,
They're going to
going
set up a
south
little ambush for what they can.
Copy.
It says 5. Valkyrie has almost made his way back to training
Just keep
camp.
going, guys. Walking pace. Don't let them catch up. Keep moving.
Expit's trying to corral his forces forward along the
Guys are
intended
all
route.
clustered up. Let's get these guys
And there's
strung out.
there should be no surprises for them as they move forward here.
Scared cats back there.
Oh yeah.
Expit actually pushing the route out himself. He's actually the furthest east U.S. soldier on the map.
All right, all squads expect them to be waiting for us at training, okay?
And Expit being calm about it, telling people, "Oh, hey, the people we're gonna have to kill
Let's
are
keep
at training camp now."
Go south. Keep it moving east.
Building clear up here.
I need infantry clearing this intersection. Infantry clearing this intersection.
All right, move.
And the Logi is still coming along. Zokolar, the medic, in the Logi driving, which is an odd choice, but it's fine. I mean, riflemen are meant to drive, not medics. In a pub game, this would get you kicked from my squad 100% of the time. In one life events, this may actually give the medic a little bit more life. So you never know. Potato, yeah, it's one of them things. One life events, you can't play them like pub games.
Move the logic to my position.
If you do, you risk being a little bit too cavalier with your enemy, with your friendly's life. And the INS Lat unit, Valkyrie, that was running around, has made it back to the training camps. Now, 3 INS defending training camp.
And the training camp from over here.
The other 2 INS in the east or in the west are now coming up. They're just taking their time. They're on the north side of everything.
Xbit, do you want me still saying security for the Logi?
Bump your security for us here at the Logi.
Copy.
And they're keeping security on the Logi.
This next defilade, we're going to cross
they're
the river
keeping the intentional plan they made beforehand.
Hold on, Seabass, let me move up to you.
You want us following you?
Yeah, we're going to use this defilade here, and we're going to cross the river.
No, I just want to see if I can get eyes on anything.
And with only 3 people, there's not much you can do. Maybe have the lat guy look outside for the vehicle.
The idea is to get over into this next field over here, and then we've got a good vantage point to cross the river and cover our guys as they move across, right?
Alright.
This is pretty much it.
Alright, follow me, squad 3.
US are now across the bridge, are crossing the bridge, the north-south bridge that's right next to training camp. And there's a squad element. There's an element moving west here, or east here. Uh-oh. Dash B DC'd, so that's 1 less INS left on the map, so there's only 4 left.
Check the road after.
G's out, you're with me.
Alright, G.
That's hot. That's rough.
I want you to take this right up ahead and pull up alongside training camp and hold.
Let's see if we can do a quick count of how many US remains.
I'm moving the Logi alongside the south side of training camp. I'm gonna have it hold there. Copy that. Okay, move it up a little bit farther, then hold.
Why don't you guys hold
15 US. I think it's 15 US.
Hold it here. You can dismount there.
And the Logi has made it to the wall of training camp. And the medic comes back, so that's 16 now. That's 16.
Hood. See what's up there. See what's on the other side.
You know there's a gap in the wall over there we can just look through instead of that?
Well,
Watch for IDs. There's probably IDs in this field.
Okay, I want 1 infantry peeking this. I don't want to die.
I got it.
Oh.
Is that someone killed? Is that
Seabass
9?
died inside. Seabass just died inside.
Oh, Seabass pushed through the main door, and Chameleon was watching it.
West side of this compound.
So Pipe Funk is now gonna take a look at the door here very slowly. He's gonna get shot through it. He might have to bandage here. He switches to he switches. No. Not hit. And the last guy, TYTY, who's teammate abandoned, he's just gonna. Oh, there's no US watching this road, so he gets a nice, clear, safe entrance into the compound. The US are actually in the compound now.
Alright, it's clear. Let's get in here.
Xbit is leading from the front and from the hip. Kahuna is leading a fire team on the north side of the wall here.
Yeah, go left or right first.
Let's go.
Here we go.
They're on the north side. They're on the north side. I got key right here.
And Juzo gets hit around the corner.
Shit.
They're gonna GL the corner.
Yeah, there's definitely a guy on the other side of this.
They're gonna GL the corner here and try to hit the green box. Here we go. This could hurt friendlies. He's loaded it. This is not good. The guy on top is Kahuna, because more than likely going to get hit here. Kahuna shot by the guy in the red container. That's silent. Valkyrie goes down by the GL, so that was a great shot. And that definitely would have killed the guy on top too. So Jive is up here, so it's silent, and another shot here. And Chameleon wants to turn right around and look. TY is dead. Chameleon gets shot. I think he gets shot. This is not good. Breacher kit. Yep, silence the last one here, and he's watching where Sergeant JC is coming through. And Sergeant JC definitely heard him. Silent gonna peek his head out here. He's gonna get destroyed. He gets X-bit, and then he goes down. And it looks like Sergeant JC.
They're in the barracks. Oh wait.
In the shipping cargo somewhere.
We're waiting for. There we go.
We won.
There we go. That's GG. All the INS are dead. And it looks like 32 kills for US, 26 kills for INS. That was super great. I mean, I like the plan. It's a very proactive plan compared to what we normally see on a map like this. Everyone wants to be super careful, stay on their side of the line the whole time. The encirclement from INS was really great. It just is a shame that US must have there were some bad pushes from INS in that initial assault. But anyway, that was round one. We're gonna have round two very shortly, but we're gonna take a break first, so we'll be right back.
Did you call it right as the game ended? Like put the phone. Did you call it right as the game ended? Like put the phone number in. No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, we have a thing that happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha, up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course was created to ensure Squad Ops participants share the same knowledge and understanding of the use and applications of mission-specific weapons and the basic tactics involved in their deployment. The Automatic Rifleman. The Automatic Rifleman is the foundation of a fire team and/or squad. The job of the Automatic Rifleman is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective suppressing fire on enemy positions to allow the maneuver of friendly units during offensive operations and the repelling of enemy attacks in defensive operations. The Grenadier, a key member of the fire team and squad, the Grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman who is capable of delivering accurate fire of both high explosive and smoke rounds on point and area targets at varying distances. One of the other added benefits of the Grenadier is to engage dead space, which is essentially an area that cannot be hit by direct fires. The light anti-tank gunner. Soldiers carrying light anti-tank weapons are, just as Grenadiers, riflemen first. They are the ideal infantry-based counter to both lightly armored and thin-skinned vehicles. At short, medium, and far distances, the rockets fired are a viable weapon against groups of infantry as well. The SOTT Advanced Weapon Systems course, although not a requirement, is highly encouraged for squad ops participants to join to expand their knowledge of how to utilize the tools that are given to us within squad.
Welcome back. We're going to start round 2 of Operation Taco Truck very, very shortly. A quick round 1. Let's do a little recap of what we had going on there. INS had a very aggressive encirclement, and it actually encircled the entire U.S. element. The problem was INS couldn't actually execute their assault properly, and U.S. Resisted the assault pretty well. They lost about 2/3 of their main force attacking them in the main assault, and while they were able to kill the MRAP, they weren't able to capitalize on getting real good frags on the U.S. forces. And the U.S. force, they continued to, and they survived that assault with about 15 people, and push all the way through to the training camp, where the remaining INS forces got schwacked. Although it was kind of amazing that Silent got killed Expert at the end, but you know. There was only like 2 people watching the way Silent came out of, and Silent just turned and locked on X-Men and just destroyed his face. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. So, Taco Truck, let's do a little recap on who's on what team right now. We have flipped. So, Rose Dragon is commanding US, which are going to be in the blue. Rose Dragon's SLs are Dwarf, Sugart, Fun Guy, Mr. Husey. Xbit will be commanding INS this round with Top Bun, Bump, Revy, and Jive. INS will be in the red. Players are spawning in. And it looks like everyone's coming over for a briefing for US. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Let's listen to the Rose's briefing.
I feel like your back is against the wall.
Or, well, maybe not just yet because it's a little early and there's some players still over here, actually.
Thank you.
And then, yep.
Now without me.
There's, oh, okay, everyone's still coming over here now. I imagine the idea is to start the brief very soon. Let's see what route that the US are going to take to the training camp this time around.
Alrighty, guys. For coming on last game, that was a lot of fun. Great work on stealing the delicious tacos. I am sorry it all fell apart. Kind of blame me on that for being too aggressive. So, alright. Round 2. So, I'm sure you guys have heard the awesome ads on TV for Taco Bell's delivery service, right? And they say they will ship them anywhere in the world.
I can't
For
hear.
goodness sake, they have hired... What? Can you hear us? Hello?
I can hear you.
Just remind you not to marks on the map. We can hear you. Don't worry about it.
I can hear him.
Alright, so let's get comms again. So
It's okay.
So Taco Bell has this delivery service, and they have someone in their godforsaken mind has decided we're going to order tacos and get them shipped to the mortar market. And we have been hired to defend the taco truck. So, plan is pretty simple. We're going to defend Taco Bell's delicious tacos from getting stolen by the enemy. And to do that, Sugar is going to take the taco truck north to the green pub mark. He's going to hang out there with his squad to kind of defend it, kind of stage it, being ready to go. While that's going on, the rest of the team, being led by Husey, is going to move up the green Bob marked road, cleaning out contacts as they go. We're not going to go too far into the town, we're just going to clean out contacts approximately up to the red Bob mark. At that point, we'll have the taco truck come join us, and we'll continue clearing as one big happy family all the way down to the training grounds. Using kind of whatever route we think is safest, probably this one. And then we'll go hang out at the training grounds. Should be pretty straightforward. There's going to be Husey squads is going to take point, Dorf will have middle, and then Fun Guys will be the rear of that tactical blob. And it should be pretty fun. You guys have any questions?
Do we get tacos if we survive?
Yes, you guys get to have some of the tacos. We ordered extra just for you guys.
Are they having taco spending cab?
I just missed the entire briefing. We get tortillas. I just lagged.
We're taking the north.
I want quesadillas though.
Yeah, we're taking that north road out of here.
We
Then
get
round
tacos,
around in
that's
the
all you need
tactical
to know.
blob. And it'll be delicious tacos at the end of it.
That's basically the only important thing that was said in this briefing. We had
Alright,
tacos.
any other questions for the brief?
I have a question.
No, sir.
All right, we got a live time, 7:45, so about 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go.
Because there's not a better choice.
Let's take a look at the INS setup here.
Unless you want to do a Dorf. Or, actually, Fun Guy, you'll take point. Hero, Husey will take, rear.
INS running straight down the road.
Yeah, so flipping Husey and Fun Guy's got point. Husey's got rear. Admin, I believe we need a taco truck.
Everybody running with shovels out.
make some tacos to deliver, please.
I wonder what they're going to. I wonder what they're going to do here. This is Jive. Jive's team has moved up to the southwest bridge. There seems to be 2 squads here in southern Samari Bala. Get my accent out of the trash bin there.
3 medics.
And we have a squad in the north, 2 squads in the north actually, and these are the squads that are probably going to have most contact with the convoy because the convoy's coming along their way. Updated live time, about another minute to go. And we've got 2 squads in the north, top bun here. And I believe the other squad, squad 3. This is Bump Squad.
Yeah, that's the taco truck. The Magic Sky Gods just gave it to us.
And there's actually someone in the minaret. That's X-Bit. Naturally, command would be in the minaret. It has the best area advantage, or sorry, vision advantage.
Break my fall. Silent.
Okay.
Stand still.
7 seconds.
And we're gonna have a live very shortly. Like right now.
Yep, everyone clear the road for the trucks to go by.
And US in the marathon formation.
Here, you passing left? Yeah.
MRAP gonna push the front of the formation with the Logi truck in the rear. And now we're getting in a little bit more organization here. We're gonna follow this road to the north, it looks like.
Left, Bravo right.
Lawn darts gunning the MRAP here. They're going to slow down significantly here.
Yeah, walk a pace from here on in, everyone.
Can't kill people by running them over.
MRAP turns up north off the main road.
It's happened to me.
I have full faith in our capabilities as a squad. This is our punishment.
That's misplaced.
So are those tacos fresh or frozen?
I think Merrick still has a shovel out.
What do you think?
No, he's got a knife. He's running with a knife.
Actually, I'm gonna follow.
I want to mod in scissors. And I want to see people running with scissors.
Is full fresh.
Mod dev, get on it.
Mostly south.
You know, if we get lucky,
I want red-handled scissors
high quality cuisine
modded into Squad Ops mod. Make it do something dumb like double your running speed.
Looks like 300 meters.
That
They're
would be
probably
fun.
in like Bravo 3-7.
Okay. By the way, Revy, you're 1 now.
Sorry, squad 1.
And
Yeah, they're heading
in the not very inconspicuous US formation has been spotted by INS.
Once they come into contact with Squad 4, I'm going to have you slowly move.
The convoy is held up on this north road. They only have 1 squad of defense. Everyone else has moved along the main
No
road.
sense of moving yet. Let's just wait until they commit.
Man, this is 1. I still got eyes on the Logi. They're not moving.
And there is a squad south of where the main force for US is right now.
I want to take us the more open route here.
Alright, come back.
There's an INS squad way in the south around Res and Dryers, and I imagine this is going to be the squad that attacks the rear of the formation. And INS is pretty spread out up here in the north. Now that they've been spotted, you can be sure that the third squad is probably going to get redirected straight north here in the next couple minutes. As US are making a pretty fast push here.
Alright, guys.
Oh, who is this? Matt Bob is aiming, is faking like he's dead. This is what you see when people want to fake what like they're dead. I've seen this before, and I know it works. And this is not going to fool anyone at this point of the battle. At this point in the operation.
Command, I have eyes on enemy movement right.
One tap man walking down the vine alley here. Matt Bob still asleep. One tap man walks past him.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's left side of the room.
Matt Bob's still looking down at the ground. One tap man goes down. Clay J gets a kill on him. What does Matt Bob do? This must is he just AFK? Clay J goes down. Dorf
They're now shooting their guys.
what is happening? Dorf kills Clay J. I can't tell if Matt Bob is just looking down or what. I think he's been spotted by Snowman. Snowman and Matt Bob trade. He was looking down and his head was looking up. That was probably it. Because you can free look. That was tremendous. That was a great laugh. U.S. forces pushing in way super hard. Look at this. The entire squad is pushed into the next compound. They got past the next road. The convoy not moving yet. Convoy still in Alpha 2.
I'm watching another right. Alright, cross.
And INS starting to mobilize to try to reposition themselves. And Squad 4 is getting an assault straight north. Rose Dragon at the rear of the formation is actually close here. If INS keep running up north here, unless they get called out from behind.
Dude, you still have eyes on the enemies in the river, the east. Copy that. Go and push south so you get across the river, whether it's a little bit more congested. We're taking shots from along the road.
I'm just chilling out here.
Yeah, just like my mouse. It's my keyboard.
I'm gonna go second story of this building. Just chill.
Oh, both of the moving squads for INS have been called out by Sugar.
Town just squatting chill, my guy.
Yeah, so both the squad that's in front of Squad 1 right now, the INS squad on the riverbed has been called out by Sugar, and the southern element down here. Both been called out by Sugar.
I've sent a fire team to clear out the bridge. Copy that.
We're just waiting for this INS team to close in. Meanwhile, Daruba and his fire team, they're going to move in really close here on Top Bun squad. Daruba. Chameleon gets killed by Top Bun. Almost had 0 reaction time there. Frag comes out.
Nade.
I think Daruba has to bandage now. More frags coming in. That one wasn't quite far enough.
There are a bunch of enemies on the bridge. On the
INS keeping a pretty fluid defense here, but They're not going to be able to hold out for very much longer. The element in the south, though, starting to get really close. Everything is closing in now. Grenade kills one, makes what another one has to bandage here. That's Pipe Funk. Oh, barely living there. Liberal Pundit is going to be watching the road up here as these guys come around. Liberal might, I think they see his barrel. This is Duke and Shifty. Oh, Shifty and Duke running across. Neither of them get hit, actually.
Myself, gotcha. I'm gonna throw a grenade. Throw a grenade at myself. Grenade out.
Fun guy lobs a grenade over, but I don't think that's going to have the range he expects it to have.
Yeah, I see.
Southern element. Lachi moved up. The MRAP has been hit. And MRAP has been hit and instantly abandoned. They're going to hang out right next to it, though. They're going to have to watch out because the explosion hurts. The Logi is just driven straight in. Scaling. I think he's gonna drive it back. Squad lead goes down. What is he doing? He's lost his mind. He doesn't know where to go. He's gonna push forward. The Logi pushes up the road. He's going to turn north here. Oh, and he gets out of the truck. I think he has to bandage. Looks like he's bandaging.
I can't use my bandage for some reason.
Hold it all the way down.
Meanwhile, Command is stuck out here. He's pretty close to some enemies.
Sideline, you all good?
So MRAP down relatively early on. Rose is going to push this. Or he's just going to throw some. He's going to throw some rounds down. He gets shot at though, and he's going to have to bandage. Sergeant JC.
Can I get across the hill, you Rose?
What's your casualty count?
Dragon, can I get across to heal you?
Yeah, you should be able to get across to heal me.
Roger, moving now.
The driver for the Logi is dead. He must have bled out.
We're delivering.
I'm trying to get some tacos, bro.
And tacos
is a delicious delicacy.
Tacos is a delicious delicacy. X Gaming 2018. Another rocket goes out. It wasn't directed at the Logi. Logi's still up. You can hear it rolling. They must have tried to shoot infantry with it. US is stalled out here. And INS trying to do everything they can to keep the US stalled. Pusey gets hit from long range. Looks like Zeke or Sergeant JC was shooting that way.
Let me bandage.
9 kills for US, 8 kills for INS right now.
That's allowed tonight.
US need to reconsolidate or at least organize and get this thing pushed forward. They're stuck here way too long. I think a rocket...
Assault and subs here.
I think a rocket was shot at the truck and it missed.
Point looking 158 with your AR.
Command, I don't know how much help I can be from up here.
Command, you want us to move the truck?
My green dudes, we're actually forming a nice battle line on the south of them.
No, that's cool. It's just like, it's looking at us like, what the hell?
Well, I wonder if they're going to set up for another shot here.
I should set up my squad in and around.
There's someone crawling around. Now he's crawling away. Must have shot his rocket and...
Try to set up in that compound you're next to right now, and some guys south of
Can we at least bring like Polish and Goody, because I think like
Rose is going to drive the Logi himself.
Place to place, otherwise.
Or by
I think we're gonna pinch him in, like they're probably on northwest, right? So
No scout. Rose is driving the Logi into cover.
Yep, we're fighting.
And he's turned the Logi off.
Hit him and then leave.
US has
That way
officially
the squad forward
stalled.
can get relief and come up behind him.
The INS attack in the back has subsided, but they're still pretty evenly matched. Peverino is the closest guy to contact right now. PPSH is rushing.
South side, left side.
Frag out.
I hear frag.
What's your current casualties rate?
So there's one more south side, left side of the alley.
It's like Daruba killed one, and you might have seen a second. Oh.
I see a shadow.
And they see someone inside the building.
Nah, discard.
Well, yeah, if they cross here, you can certainly see their shadow.
Hold up here.
Yeah, I'm looking south though.
Yeah, let's hold up here. 3, you're gonna clear around the next side and then clear towards.
Might have got him. I can't tell. I might have.
Nice work, guys.
I don't see the body.
Daruba hits one. Hits X5 Polish. Seabass is in the building. And I think someone called for a grenade.
Let's make sure we got good eyes to the
That might
direct
be me.
west.
I'm gonna hold.
Yep.
Oh, I see one left. At the sheet metal right in front of me.
Grenade was a little short of the hole it needed to be at. And I think they see Seabass in the building.
Yeah, 157.
Seabass shoots through the aluminum fencing there, the sheet metal fencing.
Guns up.
Daruba takes another shot there, but Seabass gets hit. Oh wow! Look at this, dude is running straight up.
Oh, he's banned.
Daruba gets shot up by X5 Polish, who runs up to the hole and just then gets GL'd by Dark Milkshake. Desmond plays Ring Around Rosie with the house. Seabass comes out. He's chasing him down. Seabass wants some kills. Trades with Desmond.
I've lost half my squad.
Desmond's down.
They're chipping away at us.
Pepperina, meanwhile, may have gotten a kill over here in the back. 4 INS in the rear of the formation. 13 kills for US right now. Only 2. Wait, no. Sorry, I can't see. 13 kills for US. 12 kills for INS. 15 kills for US now. Another trade plus 1. Yeah, 16 for US now. 12 for INS. That number changed really fast. Whoa.
3, go ahead and harden up around there. Wait for the rest of the team to catch up.
Expit is still in the minaret, looks like. Telling his forces what to do from on far.
They're still in fairly close contact. I've ordered them to hold.
Peperino still holding them back. He's actually got a buddy over here.
They'll be super distracted when they start attacking our teammates, and we can shoot a whole bunch in the back.
And their express purpose, they're going to hang out back there and attack the people who are attacking them in the back. Logi moving on up. No mines en route. So it looks like INS did not choose dine in. They must have chosen take out because there's no technicals rolling around. And oh, What was that? Merrick gets pinged from Mosque?
Tacos!
The tacos!
We lost command.
Enemy right here somewhere.
Oh my god.
They're right around the corner right here. They're in the cornfield. Yeah, they're right in there.
The Logi's down, which means no FOB reinforcement for US once they get to the training camp. Squad 3 pushed through. There's a bunch of dead INS bodies over here, but that was definitely shot at range. I think it was Gooby. And Gooby goes down. Gooby had a rocket on him, so I think he may have been the hat. So good for Gooby. But now that the taco truck is gone, the US just have to move to training camp.
Yeah. Command, this is 2. We're going to push further east before we move south to training camp.
Yeah, watch out.
Lawn Dart's in charge of 2 in the north, pushing around. They're still taking some pot shots. Snafu and Ibanaz, maybe Expit too, taking some pot shots on US as they push north or west to east north of the mosque.
I think they still have contact in the walk area. We just have to cross. We are going to clear it.
Yeah, let's try and get to training camp. We go past contact.
And I'm assuming Rose is dead because he hasn't said anything for a little bit. Let's see the chain of command. There's still some SLs up for US, but Rose is definitely dead. Husey is leading 4. Zaki's now leading 3. Lon's leading 2.
Command, this is we have your rear and your front as we move.
And I don't think Squad 1 has any command comms at this point. So Squad 1 has lost command comms. However, there's plenty of people around. They're still pushing with the main force. And Londart's squad has now made contact with enemies defending near the training camp. Or closer to the training camp anyway. It's still a little bit far away.
Delta 242, southeast, just across the road. He was on top of a wall.
They've come up to bump squad now.
Let me know when you're going to pop up with you.
There's actually a guy on the roof. Sav is deployed his gun. He's looking around.
It's that doorway. 3. Yep.
Suppression is real. Zaki 90 leads his squad directly towards Bump's area. Matter of fact, Bump might actually be throwing a nade. They hear them through the wall. Zaki 90 goes down. Oh wait, TK. Afro Gundam goes down. There's another frag comes around. They're just throwing a bunch of frags. Evan's calling out enemies, but
Hold up. Yes, I do.
oh, Valkyrie's got a frag.
116 over this fence. They're in here. They're in here.
And here comes a frag.
Yep.
Turn over.
Not far enough. It doesn't go through past the second fence. Another frag comes out. I don't think that's close to anyone.
Can you send
the U.S. push has fallen apart.
I'm just looking on this alley.
It's fallen apart for a little bit, but They just have to push through too many. They have to push through too many INS with so weak of force.
Alright, so we got contact.
17 kills for US right now, 18 kills for INS. Not the numbers that the US needs to push through to the last objective. Milkshake goes down. Well, Ibanez just runs right behind Liberal Pundit.
Yeah, they're in the building southwest of 7.
Ibanez going to push out of the compound here. He's going to go back in, reload. Now he wants to come out. Ibanez just kills a squad lead on his own team. What kind of serious questions? I'm asking myself serious questions. The remaining U.S. force are now completely encircled. Matter of fact, they're just moving through. This guy over here, Snafu here, saw he's throwing a grenade his way, and I think the grenade is going to go past. Evan goes down as more INS swarm north.
We got contact on the road.
Snafu's running up on Sav at this point, and Snafu is running completely on sound. I think you might see Sav as he stands up, and he gets taken down.
Also have contact to our rear, to our west.
I'm looking at, let's see, 4 US remaining.
And let me know when you want to swing south.
4 US remaining again. Oh, maybe more than that. Oh, there's a lot more than that. 8 US remains against 7 INS, I think. So it is still pretty close. Snafu has a high ground position, trying to just shoot anything that moves in this field. I think Snafu just got someone. No, he didn't. But someone has to bandage over there. And they're going to crawl straight into INS forces. Something tells me no. They're going to have to stand up, and Snafu will have to be able to take a shot at them from behind. I think that was... I guess that was a... it wasn't a GL, but that was a frag thrown by lawn darts.
Get low. They're also to our southeast.
Lawn darts leads out.
Fuck, we're not in a good spot. We need cover of some kind.
No, this is awful.
Guys, I'm gonna try and cover the west with this.
Yeah, the problem is we just lost a lawn.
Last original squad leader alive is Mr. Husey. And INS, the fire team plus, is continuing to catch up. Lex calls out he wants to watch west with his AR. INS slowly trying to circle up here. The numbers are still pretty close. Valkyrie's actually out here by himself, and he's pushing in. He might actually get a chance to take out if he looks up at the roof. No, he doesn't want to go in the compound. Over here is Fulcrum and Revy. INS grenade is thrown into the intersection. It doesn't appear to have hit anyone. Valkyrie's actually really close to Revy. I'm surprised. Revy will probably be able to hear him very shortly. He actually gets down. More frags being thrown. Doesn't appear super effective. Valkyrie holding steady here as US continue to crawl forward, except for Lex, who's turned around. Valkyrie's going to check the stairs, and he's going to kill Revy. Revy's dead. And now this guy right here, Fulcrum, is going to go investigate, and he might actually get a chance to kill Valkyrie. Fulcrum hanging back, though, and Valkyrie is going to move on. Fulcrum comes out. Valkyrie gets in a building. Fulcrum not able to change his direction fast enough to kill Valkyrie. Doesn't even hit him, looks like. Valkyrie is not hit at all. So Fulcrum goes down. Let's take another count of how many US and INS remain. 4 INS remain behind the platoon or the US position. There's, what's this, 7 US remaining. And INS that are with them, oh man. INS might actually lose this. I thought they had more people, but they don't. INS, there's 2 INS falling back all the way to training camp. 7 US, 5 US are pushing ahead of the main group. Looks like there's now 6 US left. As Valkyrie goes down. Lex Ryan is the only guy behind the formation that is looking for. He's throwing smoke. I heard someone throw smoke. I could have sworn I heard someone throw smoke. So 4, 5, 6 INS. I think it's 6 INS versus 6 US. It's getting pretty close. 2 INS already falling back. The 5 US in front are continuing to push forward. Lex is thinking about moving on himself. And he's trying to... He gets up to a crouch. As US, Husey leading the formation now, pushing towards the container. Blind grenade. Blind grenade by Vindication. Must have heard something. Lex Ryan gets out. With a fire team all around him, Lex Ryan actually evades them. What an amazing evasion there. Escape. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Shadow. You guys couldn't hear that, but I could hear that. Holy crap. I was a little lost for words, so much that I had to be told what the word I was looking for was.
Snake, I'll cover you.
Friendly over here.
4 INS behind, 2 INS in the compound against 6 beginning to breach the compound. Husey's leading an element to the south side of the oval or the triangle or the ballpark or whatever this is. The polygon.
Yeah.
And US are stacked up pretty close here, but this is intentional. I think they just want to stay organized and stay close to each other for a little bit. INS starting to crawl around. I think they realize they've been bamboozled. And they're all going to go to the south here, I think. One at a time, they're going to catch up with Husey.
Lex, you can move forward.
Yep, they're going to hold the back position here. This is Slayron and Tortilla. Tortilla sort of taking charge of the rear of the formation here. So they're going to go all around to the southern wall. Waiting for them is a bunch of spectator cameras because I can't see a name. It's Dubs.
possibly one 300 building. Watch it.
They crawl through the fence, and Dubs gets some shots off.
Okay, this is grenade territory. We need smoke. They know we're here.
Here comes smoke.
Smoke it. They know we're here.
INS now standing up and running. They're running towards training camp. US have to get out of this position as fast as possible and find a better one, because this is not a good position for US. They're going to get swept around the side, and they still have to clear out the entire training camp.
What bearing you want the smoke?
Dubs falls back to the destroyed building at the other end of the firing range. And Sergeant JC, looks like Gingo and Lancer and Kahuna are all sweeping around. Dubs and Vindication are the only ones inside the compound. And all of US are now in the compound.
Two of them along the
So
exterior,
technically,
along the east. They may have gone to the south side.
I guess they have to clear the compound first before they can just hold position. I don't know how that works, but it's something. GL, blind GL.
That was GL.
A second blind GL at the door. Tortilla throwing them out like they're I don't know, like they're pennies. Useless or not useless, I don't know.
The GL sounds
Axe is sort of now in charge of this element. He seems to have been past command comms. Oh, that's because Hughesy's dead.
Pivoting. I want you ready to go.
Copy.
So down to 5 US remaining, or are we? Yeah, 5 US remains against 6 INS. Unless I'm missing something again. No, it's still 6 INS. Someone has come to Vindication's aid. Gingo is moved over to the hold a little bit outside the compound to the north.
Or do I only have a GL?
They're going to crawl around here, and their INS are now covering this hole in the wall.
GL? Okay, which way? That's a good possibility. Copy that. Okay, Gio, I want you to put a. I want y'all watching the entrances. Whoever Sayron, watch our south.
Tortilla gets up. Dubs may have seen him.
Okay, I see contact.
Tortilla sees Dubs.
Contact.
And someone else in US takes a shot at Dubs. Oh, he's gone.
He's down.
Axe destroys him. Oh, a frag. Oh, it lands right between them. Axe and Tortilla go down. What a perfect throw. Just catches right in. Now we're down to 3 US against I guess this is 5 INS remaining still. One of them's gone way out of position. Kahuna is actually going to start sneaking up behind him here in a second. Vindication leaves the shipping container little city there. Gets gunned down by Alexis and goes up to try to check out what he did or what happened. What a lame-o. He didn't need to do that. That was unnecessary. Still 3 US left. Kahuna
in the cargo containers. I think there's one in that field
running behind. Down to 4 INS. Light units don't carry nades. More grenades get thrown and wasted by INS here. And oh my god, Kahuna shoots Lex through the hole in the wall. There's a little mesh fence over there.
Just me and you.
And now we're down to 2 US.
Copy.
4 INS. There's another INS flanking around the compound. He's going to sweep around and go to the northwest entrance. This was looking pretty decent for potentially for US, and then not so much after one good grenade and one case of not looking behind you. But even in this position, I would have to think, oh, yep, Slayeron saw Kahuna. Kahuna hasn't quite gotten through.
Distractions, ignore.
And now Kahuna's going to run a little bit closer here. I think he wants to try to continue peeking through that hole.
He's moving up to me. I can hear him walking.
As soon as you get the shot, kill it.
Oh, one more US have now, our INS has moved up to the main entrance. And INS, the two other INS are starting to become more adventurous and actually clear the compound. They're actually moving in. Way on out there. One guy now checking corners. The other guy is watching his back. Kahuna is now going to link back up at the main entrance because I don't think there's any murder hole. Oh, there's two of them actually. So US are still holding position.
Copy.
And I guess technically they clear the compound because everyone else is not inside of it anymore. Those guys had just moved in. So I guess technically INS have to attack US now, lol.
I don't know if there's murder
No,
holes, but watch out.
INS holdouts still in the area.
I got footsteps.
They hear Kahuna running around, but unless Kahuna can jump an extra 2 feet, I don't think they're going to be able to get over the wall. INS holding on to the compound by the skin of their teeth, technically, I guess. I think Kahuna wants to look through the thing again. They're going to throw a smoke. This is going to be the distraction play. But I don't even know if they're even going to see it. They're not looking this direction. I think Snake might see the smoke fill up. But even where he is, I doubt it. No, he's going to notice it for sure. He's got to notice it. Looks like multiple smokes. Kahuna actually gets in.
I'm hit.
And Kahuna takes out Slayeron. And now we're all down to Snake. Patience paying off for Kahuna here. And Kahuna is going to slowly move around, and there's actually Sergeant JC now moving around too. But Kahuna is going to walk straight up to Snake. Snake's looking in his direction. Snake hits Kahuna. Kahuna is going to have plenty of safety to bandage here. Snake's just going to hold position. Kahuna's going to re-peek it and know exactly where he is. It hit some targets, but no joy there. Sergeant JC coming around. Kahuna's going to run around. Sergeant JC prone is if Snake stands up at all, it's not going to be good. I wonder, he must have heard Snake fire. So Sergeant JC is just going to hold this position right here. Kahuna comes back over.
Snake, you need to clear the rest of the compound, man.
Yeah, I'm listening, buddy. I know.
And
to my north, ground calling. I just can't place.
Snake now moving out here. He wants to get some movement. Snake saw. He gets hit. Sergeant JC gets hit. Snake has to bandage too. Sergeant JC bleeds out. Kahuna comes running around. Kahuna wants another shot at this. Kahuna might actually get it here. No! Snake kills him! What a shot! Snake not bandaged or not bleeding right now. Now has Lancer and Gingo's 4564 or 46. I don't know, whatever. Gingo and Lancer left an INS 1v2. Ooh, I think you might have seen it. Gingo gonna go prone and watch him. I think Snake thought that Lancer saw him. Snake wants to be able to take a shot on that. Wants to be able to shoot that corner once Lancer re-peeks it. Snake is trying to push around here. And Lancer peeks the corner again, but I don't think Snake has the elevation to see him. Yeah, I don't think he's able to see through over the hill there. It's not really a hill, it's more like a mound. Snake is going to continue looking around every corner he can. And INS are just going to hold position. They don't have to look for anything. Oh, now this could be good. Snake might have enough elevation to see over, and I think he definitely saw him. I think he definitely saw Lancer there. No, he's looking around. Lancer doesn't see him either. Getting word that INS are going to execute an artillery strike, or US are going to clear with an artillery strike one way or the other. Snake moving. He's trying to keep himself out of the area, or out of potentially getting shot. And now he wants to wait for a second to see if he'll peek the corner again. He wants to check. He's going to check right to make sure no one's around. The end of the operation sometimes gets drawn out just because some players just want to be very careful about the way they do things. It's the nature of the beast, after all. The only reason US have to push at this point is US push the US remainder Snake pushes into the gatehouse. What is he doing? Is he he's gonna peek it, and he's gonna see a gun barrel, and I don't think he's gonna be able to shoot from there. Although I would imagine, yeah, he can probably hit a hand or something. He's just gonna be super careful about how he does it. I think he wants to look and see if there's anyone looking up, and there isn't, because that's the narrowest angle ever. I don't know. So Snake might be able to take the first kill here. He gets a hit, blood comes out, and he lunges forward. Now it's down to Gingo. Now it's down to Gingo. Gingo hits him. Oh, there wasn't a hit? No, he is bleeding. Snake has to bandage. Gingo runs out. He's got a pistol. Fierce Snake's gonna bleed out. Oh, and Snake did it. Will Snake be able to bandage after the fact?
Fuck, dude.
Fuck that, niggas. Sorry.
Oh God. What a game right up until the end. And wow. Coming back after
Dude.
that
Oh shit! Like
Yes.
holy
Big
shit!
boy.
after
Big
that
boy.
level of just completely being outplayed by INS almost along the entire way. It was kind of insane just to see that happen. We're going to see if we can get a word in with Rose Dragon and Xbit right before we leave the operation, leave the stream for today. Xbit and Rose Dragon, welcome in.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Bcarr.
So you guys both had a pretty ingenious plan to get US encircled. And I think Rose's plan for round one had the most potential. It just didn't seem to execute correctly. What was your thoughts when you started seeing the wait, first of all, were you still I'm pretty sure you were still alive at that point, right? When you called the assault to actually happen?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I was
What-
still
what did-
alive when the assault was called. I was just kind of basically trying to get all my guys to link up. And I think we kind of accidentally ended up surrounding Xpit and didn't really know precisely where in that center part he was at. So it never really coalesced into a good attack. And partly
Okay,
because he was so spread out.
Oh wow! So you weren't really anticipating, you weren't really trying to encircle. It just ended up that way.
We were trying to encircle, but we were trying to make a lot cleaner encirclement, I guess. But there was just a lot of confusion with the narrow alleyways and all the buildings there. People were getting shot left, right, and center.
Yeah, and Xbit, you were able to keep your guys going just by straight up yelling at them. I imagine at one point, or I don't know. You're pretty cool about it. You probably weren't yelling, but per se. But how important was it for you guys to keep pushing through all of that engagement?
Well, I initially thought that once we took contact that we're going to hold. We're going to hold and see if the INS is going to probe us. And I think waiting for them to try to attack us while my guys were in cover, and there was mortars involved too, so we had to get hard cover. I think just being patient and waiting it out helped my guys, even though they were freaking out the entire time, saying that we're surrounded, we're all going to die. But inevitably what happened was that the INS kind of threw themselves at our gauntlet, and then we left it.
Did either of you guys anticipate that second round coming down to the wire like that at all?
I was just happy as a command that I got the truck 300 meters further down the road. Because the last time I ran this op, the truck flew up 300 meters closer to the U.S. main. So I was happy I got it further down. I was not expecting the win.
Yeah.
Or at least the victory.
Taco truck's always an interesting one. You never know what's going to happen. But when it comes down to like the last four guys, it's always intense. So good stuff all around.
Definitely a pretty intense ending to the operation there. Thank you guys. That's Xbit and Rose Dragon, our commanders for tonight. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here on the stream. If you'd like to play in more operation or play in more operations, if you like to just play in the operation instead of watch them, squadops.gg has all the information you need to get started with joining the community and finding time to join in a basic SOTT. And that's sort of the way you get to play in all the operations that are listed, or most of them anyway. If you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, please follow or subscribe rather. On Twitch, we're twitch.tv/squadops. On YouTube, we are youtube.com/squadops. We're posting the operations, the videos, the VODs of the operations on YouTube as we move forward. And of course, they're on the Twitch channel, just like they always have been, the recent ones anyway. For Shattered Ritual, I'm Bcarr. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.